Nobody wins when the family feels.
This hour, the Lafayette Police Department is currently investigating the death of an 18-year-old girl, Gabriella Sharp. On Friday morning around 3:40 a.m., officers were dispatched to a convenience store off of West Congress Street to a report of an unresponsive female. Officers and paramedics attempted life-saving measures but were unsuccessful. Sharp was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death is pending autopsy results, and the incident has not been ruled a homicide. Instead, in connection to the death of 18-year-old Gabriella Sharp. News 10's Kai Price joins me in studio with the latest. Kai.
Hey, Lainey. Lafayette police have arrested 18-year-old Caden Richard and 19-year-old Jaquan Pierre. Richard has been charged with sexual battery, and Pierre has been charged with video voyeurism. These arrests come after Lafayette police say they were called to a Lafayette convenience store on Friday about reports of Sharp being unresponsive.
Fam, you know it was hard for me to even want to bring this story to y'all attention because it's still developing as we speak. And sometimes we end up getting the details before the news even have time to report it. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. Now, I want to make this very clear. I didn't personally see the video that we're going to talk about today, but I've been able to look at the reactions, the comments, and the stories from people who did. I took that information and tried to put it in pieces so we can understand what truly took place. Now, from what's being reported, this story is about a young woman from Louisiana, a high school senior, a young girl, who tragically lost her life. But it's not that she just passed away, it's how. Now, this allegedly happened on homecoming night, after the football game, at a link-up. I could be wrong, and that's what's being reported. After homecoming, there was reportedly an after party, which we'll later discuss, at someone's house. And that's where things took a dark turn. According to what's surfacing online, this young girl was assaulted by two teenagers on camera, some calling it R, or others saying SA. Either way, it's something no woman, let alone young woman, should ever have to go through. Now, reports say she was unconscious during this act and that she never woke up. And what's worse, the teens believed to be involved have now deleted their social media accounts. And that's where things get messy. The story of how she lost her life is being twisted, changed, reposted, and speculated on while the truth is still trying to come out. But that's what we're here for. We're going to go over her story. We're going to pay our respects, share what's known, and what the family has put out publicly, including ways you can help if you feel in your heart to do so. Because at the end of the day, this ain't about clicks or views. This is about awareness, accountability, and respect for her life. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Today we headed to Lafayette, Louisiana. Lafayette is located in south central Louisiana, often called the heart of Cajun country. It's about 2 hours west of New Orleans. The population is around 121,000 people, making it the fourth largest city in Louisiana. As far as the culture, it's known for the Cajun and Creole capital of the South, crawfish festivals, and strong French heritage. When it comes to the economy, the key industries include oil and gas, healthcare, education, and technology. Lafayette is home to many small businesses and local restaurants that reflect this deep-rooted culture. When it comes to their crime and safety, like many mid-sized Louisiana cities, Lafayette has struggled with youth violence, drug-related crimes, and recent teen incidents, especially near school and community events, making this latest tragedy even hit harder. When it comes to the community vibe, despite challenges, Lafayette is known for being tight-knit, faith-driven, and family-oriented, where local high schools are pillars of pride and unity. Speaking of high schools, we want to go to Acadiana High School, located in Lafayette Parish, Louisiana, a public high school under the Lafayette Parish school systems. Traditionally grades 9th through 12th, with the mascot, the Wrecking Rams, one of the most recognized school mascots in the region. The colors is green and gold, known for the strong football tradition. The high school won multiple state championships, including titles in 2006, 10, 13, 14, 19, and 20. A large, diverse student body with over 1,700 students. Active student organizations like DECA and marching band. With the community impact, having the school is a major part of the Lafayette culture. Friday football night games, parades, and events often bring the whole community together. And on Friday, November 1st, 2025, this high school had a homecoming event. Also attending that high school we just talked about was 18-year-old Gabriella Sharp. Now, she had looked forward to prom, homecoming, on the 31st. But that following morning, her family would get the worst call of their lives. Reports that Gabriella was drugged and SA at an after party. And the crazy part is the only reason the family know that is because of a video that's been floating online. But before we get to that point, let's talk about the details on where she was found. because apparently she passed out at a local gas station, which is why authorities haven't made an arrest yet. According to Lafayette Police Department, officers responded to the racetrack on West Congress Street at around 3:40 a.m. LPD discovered Sharp unresponsive. Paramedics attempt to render aid, but she was pronounced deceased at the scene. May she rest in peace. I love her condolences to her family.
On the crime watch involving the death of a young woman at a Lafayette gas station, some on social media are calling it a case of murder, but Lafayette police again saying it is not a homicide investigation at this point. Initially, police said the victim was 21 years old, but they now confirm she was 18 years old, identified as Gabriella Sharp. She was a senior at Acadiana High, which is planning a memorial for her. Autopsy results released today determined the teen died from an unspecified medical condition. As we first reported last night, she collapsed at the racetrack gas station you see there on West Congress. Authorities say Sharp complained to friends of what felt like a heart attack moments before collapsing. Paramedics were unable to revive her there at the scene. Here's what Lafayette police told us today about the death investigation.
The investigation is still ongoing, so at this point there are no charges pending because at this point it is not a homicide.
Police tell us Sharp and her friends had been out partying downtown. The coroner says the full results of toxicology and other tests are still pending.
Now, as mentioned, police was confirmed that she was out partying with her friends that night downtown. And it's important to know this. There's been speculation that she lost her life during the video we about to discuss. Now, apparently that's false. Let's say that out the gate, because she made it to a gas station and then collapsed, according to authorities. Was she unconscious? Maybe so, but she didn't pass away at that location. Now, it was allegedly an after party in Lafayette, some say on the north side. Gabby was attending. She allegedly consumed some alcohol and ended up getting alcohol poisoning. That's what was reflected in her autopsy once authorities got to her at the gas station. But if we stay on track at this house party, she ended up being posted on social media. You could tell she was unconscious according to the people who viewed the video and posted their thoughts on social media. Later we'll check out some of the comments. Now, it was two boys who was engaging in acts with Gabby. But from the looks of it, from people reporting about this video, Gabby wasn't moving and she seemed lifeless. Their name was Caden Richard and Jaquan Pierre. And while I was doing this video, it was reported that they was arrested just 30 minutes prior, 4 days after Gabby. We wonder why. Now, the next day on the 1st, when Gabby was reported deceased, it seemed these two deleted their social medias. But during that time, that night, some say they went live. Now, YouTube won't let me play this live, but I'll leave the link in the bio. But they was basically discussing their experience for the night. One person wrote, "I was told it was alcohol poisoning, and the boys thought she was drunk, and that's where they messed up. Cause that's That's why the family doesn't want it on the news. I literally thought that's what it was, or someone slipped something in her drink. But I knew y'all was gonna nail me to the cross for my opinion. Such a beautiful girl gone too soon." Now, one woman who allegedly saw the video wrote, "They SA her on video. Her poor body was lifeless, and they thought it was funny. It's disturbing. I didn't sleep well last night. My heart goes out to her family. It needs to be on the news now with what they did on camera." And the crazy part is they was able to see that video almost 2 days after. And before they was arrested, an anonymous account had went to social media and said the following. They tagged their Instagram, showed their pictures, and said they raped and unalived that beautiful girl, Gabby, at the after party and recorded it. The video ain't much, but them trying to flex while she's unconscious and her body is limp on the edge of the bed. This is ridiculous. I seen the video earlier. Now, with so much going on social media, someone spoke to the family, and this is what they had to say. This is a post on behalf of Gabriella Sharp's family. To those asking what they can do to help in this time, they are, of course, accepting of any and all prayers, as well as friends interested in setting up fundraisers. We would love that as well. To those asking about funeral arrangements, I will update this post when it is planned. To those wanting to send money for said arrangements, after talking with Laura Manning, the decision has been made for proceeds to be sent to the Cash App or via Venmo. Thanks in advance, because no parent should be having to pay for this after thinking about cars the day prior. Also, I like for this post to consist of your favorite memories with Gabby for her family to read when the time is right. You know, stories like this, they hit different, because this wasn't some celebrity. This wasn't somebody chasing fame. This was a young girl with her whole future ahead of her, a senior from a small city where everybody knows everybody, where a night that should have been full of smiles, pictures, and memories turned into something no parent should ever have to experience. To the family, friends, and classmates, we send a love, strength, and prayers your way. And to the people online, before y'all share posts or aroma, remember that behind every picture and every name is a real human being with people who love them. We're going to keep following this story respectfully as more details come out. But more than anything, let's remember what matters most. Protecting our young women, educating our young men, and holding each other accountable as a community. Rest in peace to that beautiful young queen who's gone way too soon. But we'll make sure her story don't go unheard. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and keep your heart pure. This was the story of a young woman who went to homecoming and some say prom, dressed up with her date and ended up being unconscious after allegedly taking too much alcohol. God knows we don't know if someone slipped something in her drink or what. We'll have to wait for that. But she ended up collapsing hours later at a local gas station after being filmed, allegedly being SA'd by two young men who later got arrested 4 days later. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And till then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.